Nolan King here at Longo and Weidman MMA on Long Island with Nazim Sadykhov, who fights on Dana White's Contender Series coming up here in a couple weeks. How's it going, man? Thanks for having us in the gym today. How's everything going ahead of your fight?
Thank you. Good to have you, man. I feel great. The energy is always amazing here. As you can see, it's hot. We're putting in the work. I'm excited for this opportunity coming up in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, absolutely. And I guess kind of give me your backstory a little bit. Where'd you grow up? How'd you get into MMA? Like, what was the path to becoming a pro mixed martial artist for you?
Originally, I'm from Baku, Azerbaijan. I moved to Brooklyn, New York, where I still reside. Well, now I'm here for camp, but I'm actually over from Brooklyn, and I grew up there from the age of 6. And martial arts has been something that's been part of my whole life. It's almost a cultural thing for Azeris from where I'm from. So my father put me into karate, which was my first form of martial arts when I was 3.5 years old. And from there it was combat sambo, judo, kickboxing, just a variety of different styles growing up. And then MMA came about around the age of 20, I would say. I always had dreams of training and competing, but I didn't start training actual mixed martial arts until around the age of 20. So yeah, man, about from the age of 3.5 until today, I'm a lifelong mixed martial artist.
Yeah, was that something that was accepted by everybody around you? Like, hey, I want to go out and be a fighter. I want to do this for a living, or did you kind of have to like explain to people, like, get them to understand a little bit more?
Of course. I think that every fighter at one point or another has to go through something like that, has to explain that this is really what I want to do. No, it's not just something that you do on the weekend and it's cool. To force people to believe that you're going to make a career out of this is very difficult. And especially your close ones who want the best for you, but they don't always understand your passion at first. But I got it done, man, with results, with my dedication. I think I proved that this is what I'm going to do, and I think I proved it a long time ago. But now that I'm getting these opportunities, such as Contender, I think there's no questions anymore.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm just looking at like the last few fights that you've had where you've really broken through. Actually, for Fury Fighting, how'd you get hooked up with them in Texas? I feel like that's, not anywhere near here.
Yeah, so I fought for Ring of Combat, CFFC locally. I fought a bunch of times, and even before then on the amateur scene, I fought for a bunch of amateur local shows. But I had aside from the pandemic, which broke out in March 2020, I had a load of injuries just back to back. Just, I guess, a string of bad luck, you would say. And I just had back to back injuries. It was a rib. Then I had a broken hand. A variety of injuries that kept me out of the cage. I actually was slated to fight multiple times. CFFC, I was slated to fight maybe a good 2-3 times, but just a bunch of hurdles that kept me out of the cage. And I was looking to make a turnaround after I got sick with COVID. This was my second time getting sick with COVID. That was August of 2021. I made a quicker recovery than I expected. My health took a turn for the better, even though I was really bad for a good 10 days where I had to pull out of a fight in September. My health made a quick turnaround, and I got offered a 3-fight deal with Fury Fighting, and from there on, it was a fight in October, December, and March, and here we are.
Yeah, and then you got the call to be on Dana White's Contender Series. Did this catch you off guard, or did you feel like after that last fight it was going to come your way?
It's hard. I can't say that it caught me off guard. This is what I'm here for. I stepped through Sarah Longo's doors in March 2019. And I came here with one sole mission, and that's to be a world champion. Obviously, there's steps to it, getting into the UFC, breaking into top 20, top 15, whatever it may be. And so 3 years later, my first goal is, I'm at the doorstep of my first goal, which is getting into the UFC.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Well, you're on your way, and a huge opportunity. Feel any extra added pressure? Dana White's going to be there. You're going to be fighting in front of thousands and thousands and thousands of people watching. Is that nerve-wracking at all?
Again, it's nerve-wracking just because it's a fight, but I don't feel any extra pressure just because this is something that I work towards. Nobody forced me. Nobody dared me to be here. I wanted to be here. I made the decision to come here. I made the decision to fight. I make the decision to step in the cage every single time. And on August 16th, nobody's forcing me to step in the cage. I'm going in there because I want it. I want blood. I want to go to war. So Dana White's going to see that. And let's see, man. Let's see what happens August 16th. I can't wait. I'm excited.
Yeah, no doubt. And I guess ideal situation, what kind of performance are you going to put on? Like, you know, people, somebody's going to tune in that's never seen you fight. What are they going to see for the first time?
Excitement. Domination, excitement, a finish. That's what I'm looking for, and only that on August 16th. Performance, domination, excitement, finish.